This is Adam Gorney, Rivals.com, at the Rivals Underclassmen Challenge, here with 2024 linebacker Sammy Brown, who is number one in haircut this year, definitely.
For sure.
Do you take a lot of pride in that? And it seems like it might take some time to get going.
I feel like at this point, I can't cut it off. Like, it's kind of become a part of my recruiting, so I'm probably going to stick with it for a while.
I'm sure it doesn't hurt. So, you're from a small town in Georgia. Last year, we were sort of making fun of it that there's a Sonic in there, and I didn't like that. I thought it was inappropriate. Sonic's not even really that great, but how's it been to kind of really get out and see a lot of schools over the last year and really kind of just open your eyes about what else might be out there for you?
It's been fun to go see places that I probably would never see outside of recruiting. You know, go up and see Ohio State, Notre Dame, places like that, because I mean, outside of football and recruiting, I would never go out and see those places. So it was really, really fun to go see how they do it up north. And really, it's the same. It's different, but it's the same at the same time. So it's cool to go see how those places up north do it, and it's just been a fun experience.
A big trip coming up, Notre Dame, Michigan, Michigan State. What are you kind of looking for at those schools? Is there something in particular, or is it, again, just kind of really getting a feel?
It's really just being able to go out and see all these places, because you never know. You could go up there and see one that you just absolutely love, and that could be your top school. So what my parents and I have really talked about is being able to go see everything so that we make the right choice, and we know that we're really confident in our choice when we make it.
Georgia's going to definitely be a school that is involved in your recruitment. You're probably sick of hearing that and talking about it and all those kinds of things. But how have they recruited you, knowing that you're a local kid, knowing that there's a lot of interest there on both ways?
They say that it's really kind of harder being a local kid because, I mean, I've gone to Georgia so many times that they think that I might get bored of it.
Yeah.
When, not really. I mean, it's always kind of star-striking to talk with Coach Smart and all that. Yeah. So, I mean, they say it's harder, but it's really been a good experience, and I've been able to kind of learn some things from Coach Schumann, like not just recruiting, kind of working on my game and working on linebacker.
To see them win the national championship, I mean, they've kind of been there, they've been around, but now to see that happen, what was that like for you? And just as you thought about possibly being a linebacker there?
It kind of reflects the coaching staff at Georgia and kind of how they've developed those kids and made those kids into better players, and I think that it's definitely a positive for them to have. And that linebacker group last year was, when you have a backup get drafted third round, that definitely says something about your linebacker course. So Coach Schumann's definitely done a good job of developing those linebackers and getting them ready for NFL and after.
Yeah, the number one pick might arguably not even been the best player on their defense. Yeah. So another school, though, especially with the new coaching staff, Florida. It seemed like you really like it there and like those guys. What's kind of going on there?
Coach Napier has kind of gone down there and really put a strong hold on what they're doing and kind of taken over their culture and everything else about them. And I really like what he's doing. He's a Florida alumni, which is where both of my parents went to school. So you can kind of get a little bit of a feel of what he's doing by being around my parents. And he's definitely going to I wouldn't say turn that program around because they're a really historical program, but he's going to definitely help them be better in these next few years.
Fairly or unfairly, I measure how nice kids are if they respond to my DMs, and you always do, and I appreciate that. And that brings me to Clemson, like that culture, the Coach Swinney and what he's trying to build and continue to build there. What about Clemson stands out to you, and do you are you drawn into that a little bit?
I mean, like you said, they have like one of the best cultures in the country. When you have a coaching staff that does not move or anything for, I think he said like 7 or 10 years, that definitely says something about your culture and how the coaches like it, how the players like it, and it definitely reflects what Coach Swinney's doing and how he's developing these players.
After this visit up north, do you start narrowing it down more? Do you get toward a decision? Is it just way too early still?
I still think it's early. Probably next spring is when I make a top 6, top 5, something like that. But I mean, we're still trying to go out and see everything before we really make a definite decision.
Perfect. Again, 2024 linebacker Sammy Brown here with Adam Gorney for Rivals.